Hello everyone and welcome back to Divide and Conquer, the version 5, of course, the beta of, which is subject to many changes between now and when it actually gets released. So if things change in the future and you come back to this video, well, things may not be as they always have been, and you get to get a glimpse in the past. But for now, if you are watching this in the modern day, you get to see everything as it is today, I suppose. Anyway, we are finally back. I had meant to get this episode out a little bit earlier, but I went snowboarding on Sunday and it just exhausted me. I had meant to get the video out this morning, being Monday. Of course, now when you see this, it will be Tuesday, but I was just so beat up and tired, I just didn't get to the recording. But we are back today, and the Elite Dwarf commented in the last video here, reminding me about the scroll lock feature, which we can do here to hide the UI on the campaign map. I had forgotten this was a thing, but then you can get a kind of closer look here at his new phenomenal, amazing strategy map models here. I don't know if I said if it was him or if I got confused, but it was the Elite Dwarf that has been doing these, and he had just amended and added a new model for the huge cities, but I am not sure, or maybe it might be the large city. I'm not sure if that's compatible with my save game here. Elite Dwarf, you can let me know down below if you do watch this video, or I might ask you in the Discord later if that is compatible or not to kind of add to this campaign. But if it isn't, then we won't do it, and no worries. And then also in the comments, thanks to Oblivion Plays, who did tell us about the mines here in Latash, which actually do make some decent money here. I'm guessing there's some iron or silver, something is in these mountains here. In fact, there's actually gold over here in the Angmar, so if you get the Morvatarth mines at some point. 240 gold, yeah, that's not too bad, actually. I feel like it should be higher than that for having actual gold there, so that means there must be silver or something up here. Oh, yep, there it is, right there in the little corner of the map. I can see those little silver ingots just hanging out there. That's something we will probably go for. I might want to wait for the Mason's Hall to save costs by 25% over, what is it, 15% right now. And that'll make these mines a little more cheaper and pay themselves off a little quicker, as well as let us actually develop the rest of Latash, because when we do take Gundabad, I think Latash is going to be our primary fortress for doing that, so we need to eventually catch up with that. So next turn we'll probably have enough money for that Master Mason's Hall. In fact, we're making about 30, or just about 3,000 gold a turn, about 2,700. So our next objective, I think, would be to go for either Nokvaraglaw down here, while they're a little bit weak, or there is a small village called Arthedain this way. There's also a settlement over here, I forget the name of it, but that is also an option. Perhaps we could send Hunvorn to start scouting it, I suppose. Might not be a bad call there. Let's put a watchtower on the way, and then we will head over here and try to follow the roads, while Morholt the Hillman kind of just hangs out for a moment. We'll decide where to send him after we get some more information here, but in Barkellig we're going to raise a small force led by Lord Sild to take out Nokvaraglaw, and I'm hoping they can get this, maybe another building in here for us soon. Hopefully they don't make a Dunedain camp, because that would just not be useful for us. We do have some hillmen on the way. Let's put them in this fort. And it's tempting to pull Drangu the Bloody out to do a little more damage here, but I worry about how we're going to deal with all these Cardolan riders out here. We might be able to kill this small army, but really we just need to get fresh wargs. So maybe it's time that we send out some of his veteran wargs and swap them out at Mount Grammon. Actually, wow, would you look at that? They can make it from the fort to the mountain in one turn. But I think the reinforcements won't be quite so fortunate. No, they won't. That is not great. If we do get to a chainmail, the blacksmith tier, we will get some armor upgrades for those wargs, and I think that will be very important. Now, we still have a bit of money. We could invest in one of our settlements here, maybe invest in more of a Tarth. But I think we should just recruit some units here. Let's get maybe some Orc Hunters, since they have javelins. They're not terrible. And then maybe some Thralls, just because they're cheap and they can deal with the cavalry. Yeah, let's do that. And that's most of our money already. We do have some Snowwork Spears and Rhudaur Pikemen, which we can send down as well. So we might as well begin our mobilization for Nokvaraglaw now. That is going to cut our income up a little bit, but not too bad at the end of the day. If we have any missions, it is just to take... it's Goba Drain over here, so Perhaps that would be a good idea to send Morholt out there, have him join with Rhudaur and take this settlement here. In fact, I think we'll go ahead and do that. We'll just send them out together. Oh, and that is not good for public order. But I think 70% is the bare minimum. And actually, that's not too many units here. Looks like they got attacked before, so honestly, not too bad. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do an episode of this week. So it'll be Tuesday when you guys all see this. And then I'll probably do one more shoot for Thursday. And then we might go back to another campaign, like say Saturday. That's ideal, but my schedule always being kind of busy. We'll see as we go on throughout the week how it goes. Today I actually have to go through my taxes and start getting that all situated because it's already, you know, the second or third. Now we're entering the final third of April, I guess. So strange way of saying it, but that's what we are doing. Alright, go ahead and besiege this. We only need one ram, and they only have Huskarls and Hillmen, so an easy fight. So honestly, we don't even really need Morholt and his Hillmen there. They could probably go off somewhere else. Over here, though, ooh, smoking house has been made, so that's actually good. I'm glad to see that. And just a lot of Dunedain here. Probably take us about 2 turns to march down there. We could send out Drangu to kind of start skirmishing, and we don't have enough money for that, for those mines yet, do we? Or for the Mason's Hall. We might just have enough for the mines if we don't move Drangu anywhere this turn. But we do have these units that we need to, that they're just taking free upkeep. We need to send them somewhere. I think, yeah, it's going to be better just to take this place, especially if it's making 1,600 gold. I think we just need to go for it. But that is, of course, the AI. They get their money bonuses, so they're going to make more here than we would. But while they don't have archers, I really want to get in there, so let's do it. We can actually get a second spy, or actually, no, that doesn't cover a second spy. That's just the first spy, huh? Well, let's send you down south. Let's just make sure that no one's coming up this way. Perfect. Lord Sild, head on down your merry way. Let's put a watchtower right there. And let's have Drangu go out with his new wargs. Have them maybe go... Let's have them hide in the trees. That's going to cost us some upkeep, but that's fine. We should probably send out our new reinforcements out of here. We'll keep one thrall just to be free upkeep, but we'll send these 2 guys out there. And that at least covers for the 2 wargs. So that saves us some money. And we'll have 3,800 gold, which is enough to get that Master Mason's Hall. If we wanted to, we could recruit more, and in fact, we actually have a big force sitting here at Karn Doom. I'm going to send some of these guys to the front lines, just to hang out in the fort, while our General Herrick works on just being a governor here, hopefully increasing our income over time. So I think that's a good amount of money to save up right now, so we'll go ahead and just end that turn one more time. Now, I'm hoping to let Moria kind of weaken the High Elves for the time being, since they are right on their doorstep, and Elrond isn't too keen on going for our northern territories just yet. But ideally, if Moria can keep on being a distraction there, and we can just head straight south, and basically go through Imladris, and then go through to the Dunedain capital. I forget its name, it's like a camp down here, Fenrisdrin, and that's it. Ooh, and they have a big army there, so hopefully the goblins start whittling that down. I believe that's where we will find Aragorn. But at the very least, if the goblins can start kind of hurting the High Elves here, maybe weaken down Elrond's army, and potentially leave Camith Bryn easy to take, then that would be great. But for right now, I do not want to march towards that man. I hope he just stays where he's at. Alright, so they actually took their army out of Nokvaraglaw, which makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Now, they do have some cavalry, and Drangu is actually in position to engage with Brannon. So let's see if we can get them both together here. Perfect. Brannon will stand his ground. He's got 1 Dunedain scout, 2 Cardolan riders that are messed up, actually 3 of them. Dunedain rangers, and then Brannon himself. Dunedain, ranger of the north, he's a cunning ambusher. He's captured enemy environments, okay. And he is a thorough taxman, so this is going to hurt the Dunedain of Arnor as they've been renamed. We'll go ahead and save. We'll call it Agandaur's Dank Adventure. Ah, I can't fit that. Alright, what's a 5-letter word that we can use here? Agandaur's dank cookies. Alright, that'll be cookie like that. Alright, let's go ahead and fight here. Now, with Drengu supporting, this should be a breeze. Especially since we have those wargs that can go in. Probably just straight up kill Brandon himself if we can get Drengu right on him. Since, honestly, the Dunedain bodyguards are a little bit weak to cavalry charges. Perhaps they should be given a spear at some point. Alright, we'll start the deployment. We do have plenty of pikemen here, and in fact, Lord Sild's army would probably be enough for this. Let's put them just like that. They do have some of those rangers, so we'll probably want to spare our pikemen just like that. In fact, we actually have a pretty well-made army for dealing with what we're fighting here. We'll just do that as our formation. Start running up the hill. Hopefully our Dark Blades here, these guys look great. Hopefully they can trade well with the Dunedain Rangers. In fact, that makes me wonder, how good is their missiles? So they have 190 meter range, 30 missiles, high accuracy, and Dunedain Rangers here, 32, 220. So the Rangers are still better. Have our Hillman try to absorb those shots because he's already being hit. Let's get you out of formation here. In fact, it looks like the rest of our troops are in a very strange formation right now. At least Drengu's on his way. We'll have him and his wargs come up there. I thought my group was locked, but I guess it was not, so that's unfortunate. Try to kind of fix that if we can. You guys there, Angmar infantry on this flank. And that should fix it. Alright, yeah, now they're somewhat in formation. I want you guys, I'd like to shoot those riders before they get to us. Let's have everyone get out of spear wall. Dark Blades, hopefully you can shoot in just a moment here. Oh, looks like our helmet are going to get charged. That's unfortunate. There's nothing we can do about that, though. Dark Blades, go ahead and shoot up there. We just need to get our actual proper units up here now. Yeah, Hillmen are getting wrecked. Wasn't ready for the AI to actually be doing something smart. Alright, let's go into a shield wall for these other Cardolan riders. Come on, pikemen, get in there. Where's our other units? Alright, Drengu, you need to get up here. You need to run. You guys charge in there. Snowwork spears are at least heavy enough that they can take that. Alright, pikemen are now engaged against Cardolan riders. That's great. We are getting wrecked, though. These Dark Blades are not doing well at getting shot, though. But I kind of figured that. I figured they'd be the ones getting shot up. So let's just kind of spread their formation out a bit while we get our wargs up here. Alright, Drengu. Oh, man, look at all these cavalry coming in for you. You're going to need to get in there soon. Our general is getting slaughtered right now. Keep on running up, please. Hopefully these warg skirmishers can deal with the Dunedain bodyguards. Come on, charge in their wargs. They're not the best unit for charging, but they'll do some damage. Drengu, where are you at? Oh, wow, you took some damage. What happened? You guys keep on skirmishing, please. Did you guys even charge? I don't think they did. Let's try to kill those rangers now. If you guys could please start tossing some javelins, though, that would be great. Actually, let's turn off fire at will while we charge into their backs. Come on, go for the charge. Crush those rangers. There we go. I think for the rest of the battle, it looks like we are winning. Now we just need to get onto those Dunedain scouts. Why don't you guys charge into those? I think Drengu is beating these guys. Let's pull out now. I feel like Drengu's a little bit squishy. Why don't you go support these pikemen here? We're getting wrecked by those Cardolan sentinels. You guys please throw your javelins into those Dunedain bodyguards. And this battle is a bit brutal. Not gonna lie there. Oh yes, we finally caught the Dunedain scouts, I think. You guys just keep on doing your little javelin action there. Angmar infantry, go for those wardens. Oh, I don't like where these cavalry are going. Let's keep chasing those. Angmar infantry fighting Arthedain wardens. A thematic fight there. We should probably charge those riders. Don't even give them any chance. Drangu, you are all good to go. Let's have you fight those bodyguard now. Our spears will finish off the Arthedain scouts here. I'm glad we brought these snow orcs in from Gundabad. It's a good unit. Alright, stab those boys. Stab them. Alright. Looks like our wargs with javelins are all out of ammo. That's fine. We'll just have to use them as dedicated melee cavalry now. From the Mount Graham Raiders charging right into Brandon's bodyguard, sending them flying. And he is done. The rest of his army should rout any second now. Although his bodyguard is still standing still, these men are true sons of Numenor. To get just his bodyguard remains, once we take those out, it will be over. Come on, let's go in, wargs. Kind of a janky charge there. Oh, let Drangu get in there. Let Drangu get in there. Don't block him. What are you guys doing? Here he comes in. Send in the wolves. One last Arthedain bodyguard stands amidst a horde of ravenous wolves. Oh, and he gets cut down. Well, we pretty much traded 1 for 1 with that army, and that was with Drangu's support there. So the most kills went to Mountain Graham Raiders at 93, although their hillmen, oh, they took 194 casualties, but they healed most of that back, 116. That cavalry charge wrecked them, though, but that was our only real loss. And the fact that we killed off most of that army, and now we can just go straight for the city, that is a big win for us. And that's also considering the fact that we'll get money for winning the battle, as well as we lose some troops, our upkeep goes down a bit too, so that saves us money. Every penny counts when you play as Angmar, especially when you almost trade 1 for 1 with the enemy. When these Arthedain are no joke, they are powerful. We could ransom them. I mean, they're not going to hold out in that town, but it's just 143. I guess it's only 2, 1, 1, 8, and 1. That's not too bad. 143 gold for like all of like 13 soldiers. I'll take it. Alright, Lord Sild, why don't you go ahead and besiege that settlement now? Or we could wait a turn. No, let's just go in. I was thinking maybe we could wait for them to build one more thing, but no, we need to go in there. Alright, Drangu will get ready to start putting his watchtowers up and around this land. Here's the rest of the army. Captain Belagorn, who is seemingly retreating. In fact, if we take this, I think we just border the watchtower down here. All in all, we're looking great. We have a lot of money. Do we have enough for mines? We're like literally 10 gold away. Okay, if I have a diplomat nearby, I will just go for it. If I can just sell off the information there. Maybe to the goblins. Give me one. Actually, they don't even have that much money. They're bankrupt. Just give me 600 if you can. Perfect. That'll let us get the mines right off the bat. I know I wanted to wait for the Mason's Hall, but this is going to help us sooner. And it still has us with a little bit of money to play with. We'll probably want to save the rest of our money for Karn Doom, because I want to get that guard barracks and I want to get those Iron Crown units out. Those longbowmen are going to be especially useful. And warriors and halberds, not so much. They aren't shielded, but maybe they'll do alright. Especially if we can get to our guardians at Karn Doom, that will be very huge, getting those elite cavalry. In fact, do we get those from the barracks, or do we get that from a special building? Check that out here. Barracks, army barracks. Here we go, guardians at Karn Doom. So we just need the army barracks, and we get this very, very powerful cavalry. And I think they cost a lot of upkeep, but they are well worth their price. 8 attack, 9 charge with an effective against armor, and they frighten infantry. So getting these guys and some Northguard out here to be like our very heavy hitters is going to be very, very good for our campaign, especially when we fight the dwarves. I want to be ready for them. I want to have counters. So soon here we'll take Gobadrain. In fact, we could just do it this turn. It is just a rebel settlement. We need to go in. We'll give it another save just in case of a crash. But I think we're pretty stable. Like, honestly, I haven't had too many issues with this current version. I feel like, especially with the hotfixes, Version 4.6 is out with all the hotfixes included, and that has just added tons of stability. So that'll help all of you out there in your current visions, unless you're one of the beta testers who watches my content as well. Alright, now this is a simple Angmar town, my favorite one to attack. It's very much like the Dunlin towns, like the Wildmen ones, except you have this kind of dark texture on all the buildings, and then you get up to the top and you get this really cool looking, I guess, town hall. I think this comes from Battle for Middle-earth 2. I think they took the assets from that, which is really cool that it's just so compatible. I'd like to see more stuff from that game in here. I have no idea what this is, so I guess this is a house in construction. Whatever this dark building is, maybe the little soldiers' quarters. Anyway, we should probably attack this settlement. Simply run our troops up, get our archers into position. Barrow wights get up here, Moorhold and your savages run up here as well. Put this on ×6 as we just march our soldiers up here. Now it looks like they have the Huskarls up at the front, which is perfect. I want to shoot those guys down and get them off the field. I don't really have a good counter for them outside of our arrows. Like, in melee, we'll just be slaughtered. Especially our barrow wights. I'd rather not send Hoonvorn against those guys. The Hoonvorn is probably one of our best generals. Oh, there's one little issue I see with these guys. Their hand is actually held just above their blade. I guess some of them are some of them right? Yeah, no, they're just all like, they have one hand on the hilt and one hand above the blade. I think that can probably be fixed. So if anyone from the modding team is looking at this right now, just note that that could probably be fixed. It looks a little janky. I can't imagine it would be too hard to simply adjust the position of maybe the sword in their hands. I don't know. I don't know how to do that sort of modding. I don't know how to edit with models. I know how to assign things. I know how to get rid of Silver Surfers and assign textures and that sort of thing and add units to a faction. I can do all the menial like tasks and everything, and you know, if the team wants me to do it, I've already told Lynx I'm willing to do it. If anything, just to get more colors on my name on the Discord. That's not the actual reason why I love this mod, and you know, I'm just glad I get to be a beta tester and get to do this. I've been playing this mod for so many years, and it just feels great that I can be of some assistance to the team that does it. It's honestly, Medieval 2 is my most played Total War game, and up there is my most played game of all time. It's either this or Team Fortress 2, but to be honest, a lot of my Team Fortress 2 hours were actually just idling for hats every day. And just trying to get weapon drops so you could earn scrap and then trade it on the market. So I would just idle my account 8 hours every day without actually playing anything. So my stats are a little bloated there. We might as well just move up our infantry. It's not like we have any archers to worry about. Well, now these Angmar archers aren't the best, but you know, at the end of the day, an arrow is an arrow, and 3 missile attack is not terrible. And average accuracy for a human is not that bad either. Of course, they aren't amazing. They're not Iron Crown Longbowmen. But still, any damage that we can do to all these Huskarls will help, because there's a lot of them here. Our Goblin Infantry is only going to go so far here, and I think this is our best unit for taking these guys out. Their angle is not too great right now. Maybe we can thin out some of these Hillmen, since they're lightly armored. We can get rid of some numbers and try to just swarm these Huskarls with Hillmen, Goblin Infantry, Savages we can probably expend. But yeah, these Hillmen definitely need to go. Alright, now if we do this, we basically need to pour everyone in at once. The question is, do we get rid of these barrow wights or do we send in Hoonvorns? It's kind of risky. Now let's get everyone ready, I guess. Let our Angmar archers deal with these Hillmen now, since if we can just cut down their numbers to maybe about 100, I'll feel pretty good about that. And we don't have any good firing arc on these guys. I can't imagine we'd have any good firing arc no matter where we move. Unless we were to go way out here and just kind of shoot up and over onto that formation. We'll get more kills on these Hillmen. We'll fire a couple more volleys over here. Just thin out their numbers a little bit more. I don't think we can take this ram and go anywhere else, can we? I think all these walls are unbreakable. We'd have to go like literally all the way across the map, so let's not do that. They're down to 158. I guess I'm down to give it a shot. Let's see if we can get some good volleys from that angle. Worth a shot. Oh, are they going to run out the hill now? Well, this will let us get a foothold in, I think. Oh, no, they're just going to stand right there. Okay. You guys go right there. Put this on ×6. And now we should be able to fire just up and over the hill, I think. Okay, not too bad. We're getting some kills here. 142, 141. Let's try to shoot at this blob just to see what happens. That's actually not too bad. Alright, let's send in the goblin infantry and the hillmen, since they are expendable, and they'll give us time to maneuver our armor-piercing specialists to the side of this formation. Alright, hillmen, get engaged. Alright, now they're coming in. But we do have our soldiers on the low ground, so in a way that kind of gives us a little advantage where we have some cover from the enemy here. Keep on shooting in there. I think our hillmen are relatively safe. I don't think any friendly fire will hit them. Yeah, the arrows will just crest down the hill and then hit these huskarls there, so that's great. It looks like our barrow wights are now engaged. I just want to make sure that Rhudaur himself is not at the front of this formation, because he would get killed pretty quickly. Alright, goblins are pouring in now. Let's send in Morholt. We just need every single man to kind of cleave a path on this side here. We need to open up a flank. But with the barrow wights on this side, that will help. Almost every swing of them will kill a huskarl, I believe. Let's use Iron Fist now, increase our combat effectiveness for 30 seconds. 150%. See, I wonder how that actually works. Like, I've always wondered, is that just like their attack and defense goes up by 150%? Or what is that? That's what I would guess. It's got to be like a temporary attack boost or something, right? Well, great. Most of these huskarls are already down. Our overwhelming numbers are seeming to be effective, I guess. And looks like we are doing okay damage here with our archers. Do we have anything else to shoot at, or is it just hillmen? Yep, just hillmen, so it's not really that big of a deal. Alright, while they run away, let's have you guys flank these hillmen. We'll work on them now. I think they're just going to run away. That must have been their general. Barrow wights, begin your flank. We have some huskarls here, but they are getting destroyed. Someone coming in for the flank. Here comes some Rhudaur savages. Come on, get in there. A couple barrow wights are dead, but that's fine. They'll recover. Perfect. Their captain's actually already dead, which means the rest of this formation should be routing any moment now. Especially as we get barrow wights around their flank. Yep, they're wavering at 100 soldiers. Put this on ×6. We've won this fight. Alright, now everyone, let us start moving up this way. That will probably have some barrow wights go over here along with the goblin infantry. You guys will take that flank while the rest of our infantry takes the left here. Let them simply walk, there's no need to rush, although the Angmar archers should run. I don't think fatigue affects archers at all in terms of their missile damage. I think it's just their melee stats. But that's kind of one of those features of Medieval 2 that I'm really not sure how that would work. Maybe they lose some accuracy, I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell in this game, just given the engine. But I'm really hoping in the Medieval 2 remaster, which hasn't been announced or anything, it's not like it's official, but with Rome 2 getting not Rome 2, but with Rome 1 getting a remaster, I'm sure Medieval 2 will be up on the list. And it makes me wonder if we will actually get archer attack upgrades, because the current archer guilds are bugged and they don't actually, like, it's an engine issue. You can't actually increase the missile attack of an archer outside of what their base stats are. But it would be cool to see if they added a feature and fixed that and made it so it is an actual thing, like a range attack bonus. If they could add that to the game and make that work, I think that would be cool. But I wonder if that's even on anyone's mind at Creative Assembly or the other company that's in charge of doing the remasters. Alright, well, let's just start running up here. If our archers can't shoot just yet. Alright, now they can. Let's see if they can get some good shots just up and over the hill. Please don't arc it too high. Perfect, here come the shots. I love that skybox, by the way. It's very cool. Very grim looking. And not bad, not bad. Definitely going to kill some soldiers here. As the rest of our formation runs up, goblins and barrow wights should be enough on this flank. We have hillmen on the other flank. Archers are almost out of ammo. They'll probably be out any moment now. Let's try to get onto the side here so that these hillmen get shot up by our archers. Okay, let's have you guys all run up, please. Barrow wights, get on there. Oh, you guys just gonna run straight to the archers, huh? Well, that's just gonna make them take a lot of damage. Look at all those casualties. That's a lot of damage. You guys need to run up there right now. Support our barrow wights. We have another iron fist. We do, but we might want to wait for the rest of our infantry to get over here. Keep on shooting archers. Actually, shoot those huskarls if you wouldn't mind. We'll keep the rest of you out. You have one more volley. Please hit them. We'll leave the hillmen over here to capture the square. Barrow wights, you go out that way. Savage is fighting the last of the huskarls over here. Let's use that serpent elixir now. Again, I'm really not sure what that does. But you guys get in there. Let's iron fist. We'll have 30 seconds of that. Come on, get a charge if you can. Barrow wights are charging. And look at all these huskarls just dying now. That is amazing. Everyone, full send. Full send into the slaughter. We might as well send our archers in. Ah, perfect, they're running away. That's actually great. Capture them before they get into the town square. And the battle is over. Perfect. We only lost 120 with the most kills. Angmar archers, 126, followed by 96 on the other archer unit. So even though they're such mediocre archers, they get their money's worth. Even the lowliest of archers can fell the strongest of foes, unless they happen to be like Khazad-dûm Guardians or Zenith Guard and you're a Snaga archer, then you have no chance. I mean, maybe if you had 20 units of Snaga archers, you might kill a few heavily armored dwarves, but your chances are so incredibly tiny. And Gobhadrain has fallen to the Iron Crown. We got a mission for that. We got 1 unit of thralls at our capital. A really poor, like, that's a really cheap reward. Like, but okay, I'll take it, I guess. We have no culture here, do we? Well, we're at 30%. It's a lot of Dunedain, though. We'll need to convert that. Probably get the Shrine of Melkor here. Probably get our Mason's Hall. It's going to be a minute till this place actually starts developing. In fact, apparently it just doesn't like having, Hunvorn in there for some reason, or not Hunvorn, but Morholt. Let's have Morholt. Let's have you start building our watchtowers. Let's make sure we have vision over all of this. And is that everything we can do in this turn? I believe it is. We can't recruit anything there. We will have some money coming in next turn. Here, Andros is under attack, as it always happens. I mean, a hot spot in this game. At Mount Graham got its leather worker. We're at 3,400 gold. We need to upgrade Mount Graham, Morvatarth, Barkellig, and Angsul, and we're about to take Nokva Ragla. Question is, where do we, ooh, hello, Celebrimbor. We have a little army to fight over here, huh? Well, we're gonna need some reinforcements. We have nothing. I guess we have these guys, they can head down to the west. Gonna cost us some money, but that's fine. At least we'll have some Iron Crown units for Agandaur to finally come out shortly. Question is, where do we upgrade? I guess our best bet would be to grab the meeting hall here so we can at least throw in some free upkeep. I think that's not a bad call. Barkellig has its meeting hall, so it's getting its free upkeep. Mount Graham, we could get that blacksmith. I want the blacksmith. We're going to go for it. That chainmail is going to be very useful for our wargs. Giving them, what, 9 armor? Or, sorry, 9 total defense, 4 armor. That'll be big, I think. Especially because your first armor upgrade always seems to give you a little more defense than it actually says. So yeah, I think we'll just go straight for Nokva Ragla. Let's have our spy just check to see if that army is around. Doesn't look like they are, so Drangu's going to lead his wargs off to the west, and we will attack. Now they have just a captain, 2 archers, 3 archers here, and like 1 unit of Dunedain wardens. And this one looks like it might potentially be a northern, like a Northmen type town, so it might not be like a Wildmen town. This might be, it might have some towers. On the strategy map model, it looks like there are some towers, so we will see in just a moment, shall we? And another thing I keep forgetting to suggest is I feel like these loading screens should give credit to the person who made them. I feel like it should show their name. Oh, and it actually is just a regular town. So again, we'll just rush straight for the gate here. Lord Sild, you can probably just start shooting at these Dunedain Wardens. And we only really have spears and some Angmar infantry. Actually, how do these guys fare? 7 attack, 11 defense. That's pretty solid. They're like a standard swordsman unit for most factions, like Dalian Swordsmen, Thorn Bladesmen, Gondor Militia. Rest in peace to the Peacekeepers. Although I think I think there was a change actually, a cool one, that the Gondor, like the Dunedain defenders, actually have the old, they have the Peacekeepers model. So if you remember the Peacekeepers unit from I think version 2.2 or version, they might have last been in the game in version 3. It's either 2.2 or 3, but their cool like police looking like Gondor black armor is back in the game in the form of the Dunedain defenders units. Looks like almost everything is here. Do their archers even have them? Oh, that's cool, they do. I thought when units get so small they'd only have like their captain and officers, but these ones actually have their 2 archers, which is kind of cool. These 2 defenders will try their best, but I can't imagine they'll find much success, but they'll give it their best shot. They'll try to kill some Dark Blades, and I bet they'll make contact. Now, are we even going to make good contact on these Dunedain Wardens? I don't think we will. Not at this angle. Maybe if we change it up a little bit. I mean, Dunedain Wardens are, you know, lightly armored enough as it is. I've always thought about having these Wardens kind of merged with the Rangers. It's cool to have 2 different units, but at the same time, these Rangers are super weak to cavalry. But I guess that's the point. They should have a weakness. Let's just go ahead and shoot these Rangers down. I don't like them. I don't want them taking any more pot shots. Let's try to shoot up and over the hill and see how good these Dark Blades can do. Now, this is a very poor angle, but they might be able to make it work. Let's see here. I mean, we have 71 arrows coming in. We've made 1 hit, 2 hits. It's just rolling off to see if we actually can kill them. Hopefully, if any shots miss, hopefully they hit the scouts behind them. It's such a waste of ammo, honestly. I should just be shooting at the Wardens. But can we do it? Can we kill them before they kill us? I mean, we're making contact. That's the good thing. We're making contact. 1 is down. That's great. The other gent's taken a few shots, though, already, so I'm surprised he isn't dying. Come on, just take him out. So low. Alright, let's just switch to these Wardens now. It's such a waste of ammo. Maybe he'll die right now. Nope, he's been taking those arrows like a champion. Well, Hillmen, or run in there if you would. We'll get pikemen in there as well. And some Angmar infantry. This should do some decent damage, though. These Wardens are pretty lightly armored. 5 shield, though, is actually pretty good. It's not too bad. But if they turn around like this, we'll definitely get some kills. Come on, hit them in the back. We'll definitely kill them easier with arrows than we will going into melee. 138. Yeah, we're doing good damage. Might want to get these Snowwork Spears engaged. These Hillmen should be able to take out the Dunedain Wardens on this flank. Have these Angmar infantry shield wall and start pushing in here. Then we'll just let our archers keep on shooting for a minute. See if we can get our shield wall to push on this side. Make sure that we're not getting flanked anymore by our enemy. Come on, Angmar infantry, get in there. You guys should be a decent matchup for our Dunedain Wardens. Although they do have the high ground right now, so we need to do that. Oh, this gent is getting on a flank here. Looks like he's just stabbing the air, though. Come on, you need to chop downwards. You can't just hit the air above this man. He's literally not even making contact. Alright, let's push more of our formation up this way. Let's clear out this flank. Alright, overwhelm them. Come on, yes, hit him with that axe. I love it when people get hit with an axe. Alright, that's probably enough now. Why don't you guys get in position now? Shoot at those Dunedain scouts that are right in front of you. Look at that one ranger just still shooting at us. He'll be shooting for a long time. Pikemen are in here. They'll be a good counter to the spears of the wardens. It looks like we've killed most of the resistance on this flank. Just go in, shut down these few riders now. If we just surround them with our infantry, they'll get cut down pretty quickly. Just like that, any moment now. Come on, they are surrounded. This is not a place to be if you're on horseback. That must be their general. I think that's the captain right there. He is getting cut up. We should almost just ignore him. Yeah, Angmar infantry, move up for a flank. Just ignore this man's. He is not worth your time. Maybe we can get some snowwork spears on him. But you guys need to shut down those wardens. Spears, get on them. You're my best matchup for these guys. High attack, big spears. And now the Dunedain wardens are surrounded. Pikes on one side, Angmar infantry on the other. This is what it's all about. This is what it means to play Angmar. This is the first time I've done an evil campaign. I guess you could consider the Arthedain as evil, potentially. I mean, the way I'm playing them is I'm just subjugating all the middlemen. But we are fighting the High Elves. And Enedwythe is not necessarily evil themselves. So I'd say this is the first true evil campaign, as Enedwythe, or as the Arthedain are more of a neutral right now. After all, we aren't like attacking Gondor or anything, and we're not attacking the Dunedain. Alright, well, we'll just see if Lord Sild can kill some Dunedain Rangers up on the hill. He actually took some damage, wow. Come on, kill that man's. Ah, he actually killed him. Where is he running to? There's that one warden just running away, I guess. Well, let's kill him really quick. Come on, Angmar infantry or Hillman, just someone catch up with him. What are you guys doing? He's the last man standing, and he's gonna die by his fellow ranger brothers here. Ah, what a terrible way to go! Just impaled on all sides. Oh my goodness! He is just locked in like a spider web of pikes. I would not want to be this man right now. Oh, he is not having a good time, and he falls. He was literally held in place by a spider web of pikes just impaling him from all sides. What a champion, though. He took it. And a decent victory. It was a small battle. Most kills, Angmar infantry at 48, followed by Hillman at 45. But we're making some progress now. We have a decent amount of territory. We're making money. And we've solidified our front line against the Dunedain. I think if we can just keep the pressure on and start working our way south towards the watchtower of Monsul? Yeah, Monsul. And then go for finish Drurin, and then we can work on the High Elves from there. Hopefully Moria can do some solid work to them and kind of cripple them. We will occupy that. And it's at 50%, so they got the grain exchange, which is going to help us with our money. We definitely need to get more culture here, so let's grab the Shrine of Melkor. Well, this is tempting, to the meeting hall. We definitely need to do low taxes. I think meeting hall, then... No, we'll do Shrine of Melkor and then meeting hall. That way we start converting the culture sooner. Free upkeep's kind of whatever. So we're making 3,000 gold a turn. Have we done everything? Alright, Drango, you need to put down the watchtowers. Morholt, go ahead and put one down over here. And I guess Arthedain would be the next place to go to. It is literally just right there. I'd say Drango could take it if there wasn't Rhudaur pikemen there. We do have to deal with Celebrimbor. But that'll probably be the next place that we send our forces to. A decent amount of soldiers here as well, but we'll save our money and then start surrounding Arthedain. In fact, Drango can probably weaken them up a little bit. If we get Morholt down there, maybe these guys will be okay. And it would appear that Celebrimbor is perhaps either interested in Morholt or he's interested in Arthedain here, which we do need to take. It's surrounding, what is this, 3 provinces of ours, so that'll help all these places get more money if we take Arthedain. So I think we should prepare for that. Let's have these guys march down that way. We'll have Morholt join with them. It's mostly Hillman. That's fine. It's mostly Hillman. The Morholt can lead it. Ah, and Cardoon got the Mason's Guildhouse. That is perfect. Now the question is, do we go for Guard Barracks and try to get our Iron Crown Warriors out sooner, or do we go for the Lord's Hall and just go full-fledged? I think we'll do the Guard Barracks. That way we can get one of each of these units, send them out with Agandaur, and have him start putting in some work with his small but elite army. Right, now, Hunvorn, why don't we have you go this way just a little bit and put down some watchtowers and then head back. Now, we could send these guys to this fort, but I want to be prepared for Celebrimbor should he attack us. But I guess they can make it back in one turn, so that's worth it. We save money. We have 600 gold, not a whole lot, but we'll make it work over time. Now, it looks like Elrond has gone somewhere else for the time being, which is fine with me. Arthedain, why don't you just keep on going south, be our eyes over here, please. Drangu, I need to get watchtowers down here, but we also need him for Arthedain. Do we bring him up to Arthedain and see what they actually have here? In fact, if he goes and if he takes it, let's put a watchtower here first, and then we'll stand back up here. In fact, let's hide in the woods. We'll see if Celebrimbor goes for the city. If he does, perfect. He'll kill himself off fighting this army, and then we can go in and swoop in right after him. We could grab one more hillman, and I think we will, and then give that to Morholt. Now, Agandaur is still just chilling in his fort. He definitely should have free upkeep in Cardoon. I think that's it for this turn. I guess if we send our diplomat to the Wood Elves, we'll get 750 gold, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright, and it is now turn 19. I feel like we're making good progress, being about 20 turns in 2 episodes, so that's about, what, 10 each episode? I guess that averages 2. Alright, we might as well repair that now, and we have some money to spend. Go for a Glaw, you need to get your meeting hall, that is essential. We have 2,700 gold. Latash is working on its mines. Mount Graham is working on that. Are working on our guard barracks there. That leaves Barkelleg and Angsul. In fact, we could probably make Angsul a secondary military hub. Or perhaps it could be our blacksmithing location while Cardoon pumps out the troops. We go all the way. We can go to blacksmith but not to armorer. But I feel like that's a good call. We're going to need land clearance for that. Land clearance, and then whatever the actual blacksmith needs there. I guess we should go the money saving route and go for the Mason's Halls. That'll save us money in the long. And I kind of want to get it here, but I also want this grain exchange. Although that's not too much money. We'll do double Mason's Hall. Then send you Hillman out this way. Looks like Celebrimbor is just going to go straight for us. So we'll have Drangu attack him with Morholt the Hillman. And these Hillmen will just simply reinforce. Now, what do you have? You have Cardolan Riders, Tunadian Wardens, Rangers, Bandits, and yourself. We won't let that army be controlled by the AI. We will control Drangu, otherwise he will die on his own. Alright, let's go ahead and start this battle. I like the terrain. We're on the high ground, but we will have to give it up. Let's try just to hold our position for a moment in kind of a wider formation. That works. Oh, they're going to take the hill, it seems. They're going to be all the way over there. Let's position our forces over here. And Drangu is on the far left side. I guess while we are waiting here, I'll tell you guys more about my snowboarding trip, I guess, if you care. I went to a place called Crystal Mountain here in the beautiful Washington state. And it's probably my 6th or 7th time going out snowboarding. I'm by no means good at it, but it is fun. I do crash a lot though. I finally started learning how to do toe side turning. Basically, when you ride on a snowboard, you can turn. You have a lead foot, and you can turn toe side or heel side depending on which way you want to go. So if your left foot's forward, toe side will let you go right, and heel side will let you go left. But what I used to always do is I would just switch my lead foot around anytime I wanted to turn, because I feel comfortable with my back to the mountain and not my front facing the mountain. So I started learning that today. I crashed a lot. I had one gnarly crash where I just went flying and basically just landed on my chest. It was basically like a swan dive just into the snow. And I probably should have worn a helmet. I only had a beanie on. The snow is usually soft in most places though, and I don't own a helmet. I spent all my money on the boots, and they were good boots, although a little tight. But yeah, I did that for about 5 hours. Went up and down a bunch of times, and now I am feeling everything today. Right, are we still on? No, we're on ×2. All right, Drangu, let's have you start skirmishing, I guess, while our main force runs up the hill. Now, they do have these Cardolan riders. Hopefully, we can get our warg skirmishers to simply shoot those guys down. But I want to get Drangu himself onto the bodyguard. Keep on running in there, please. In fact, you might as well just keep shooting those Cardolan riders. They're very important to kill. Alright, Drangu, pull out, pull out. Now pull out, boys. Oh, they're going in hard on Drangu right now. We've killed most of the Cardolan riders already, which is great. On, run this way. Drangu, what are you doing with your formation? It is so messed up right now. Keep on skirmishing, please. We have some Angmar infantry. Skirmish them towards that. You guys run that way. Drangu, head out this way, please. Alright, get those Angmar infantry in there. Alright, sharp left. Yep, let the infantry in. And countercharge. Alright, Drangu, why don't you get on those Dunedain Rangers now? You guys keep on skirmishing. We should have these Cardolan Sentinels or Cardolan Riders dead any moment now. They seem to fight our wargs pretty well, though. Which is a bit sad. You guys keep on skirmishing. Looks like they've actually used all their ammo. As long as they stay away from those wardens, they'll be okay. Killed most of those riders. Only a few remain. Drangu, go ahead and come in for another charge now. Let's use that our ability now. And Huskarls now about to charge in shield wall formation. Come on, get that charge. There we go. I love infantry charges. I mean, they're not the most effective thing at the end of the day, but I still like doing it. I want you guys go support the fight against the bandits. Have you guys won your fight? Yes, they have. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and charge in. Counter charge. Drangu is still working on his little ranger issue over here. Bandits are now gone. We'll get Rhudaur savages to flank these Dunedain wardens. Turn off fire at will. That should make them all rout, though. Any moment now. Here comes a rear charge onto the Dunedain wardens. As long as we don't charge into the spiky ends, we'll be okay. Alright, Angmar infantry, I need you guys to pull up more. Orcs, pull out. What are you guys doing? Oh, they were so slow right there. Oh, a bunch of them actually died on contact. I can't believe how slow they were at pulling out. Alright, Drangu, you're taking way too much damage. Alright, why don't you guys go in for one more charge. We need to shut down all of these Dunedain Rangers. That's not a bad charge. Alright, go for the bodyguards now. Keep on running in, please. There we go. That's what I want to see. That's a lot of damage. And Drangu's on his way. Drangu's going to charge. They're still firing at us, which is sad. You go ahead and fire at will, Drangu. If you can point blank shoot them while you charge, that'll do a lot of damage. We do have to watch out. Their axes will make them do a lot of damage to us. Looks like we've collapsed in on this flank here. We'll let these wargs run away. You guys charge in now. We'll just keep charging their captain until he dies. If only I had one more Iron Fist to use. Warg skirmishers charging in. Most of these bodyguards are dead. And Drangu looks like he just executed that last ranger with his bows. Good job, Drangu. You're probably the best general I have right now. Honestly, all of the Angmar starting generals are really, really good. Morholt's probably the weakest, but he's so cool. Oh, it would be cool if there was one more higher tier Rhudaur unit. I've seen in a lot of mods, like the Heirs of Elendil from version 3, I think, had like a Rhudaur like troll hunter javelin unit, which was like super elite, and I always thought that was really cool. And then another one is in 3rd Age Reforged. They also have like a Rhudaur troll hunter unit as well. It'd be cool to see like there be one more high tier Rhudaur unit just to really lead your armies there and just kind of be a menace. It doesn't even necessarily have to be specifically like a javelin unit. Oh, he's getting just decimated right now. He's in the trap. He is in the web. Alright, let's just shoot our missiles at him. Probably the easiest way to kill him. And he has fallen. There goes another Dunedain general. Only one soldier got away. I didn't even see him on the map there. Oh, and I should have looked at the battle stats there, and I totally just got right through that. So my apologies if you wanted to see that. I think we all know that Drangu probably got the most kills there, though. Like, let's be real. It was one of the wargs. Well, we could ransom them. Bandits and Dunedain Wardens worth quite a bit of money. Let us do it. I want all the money I can get in this campaign. And now we're, I think, just close enough to attack. We'll have to wait one more turn. But we can take this place. 2 landsmen. Huskarls here. We might want to actually make a hillman camp in one of these outposts. We don't necessarily need to just have barracks. We could do hillman camps. What do those cost, actually? What do we need? Meeting hall and then the Lord's Hall for the hillman barracks. I feel like you shouldn't need the final tier Lord's Hall for this, though. This should be like a tier 3 building. Yeah, honestly, that should be a tier 3 building. That does not need to be a tier 4 building like what you get with your main barracks here, because they're honestly just on par with the Iron Crown units. They do not, like, exceed these guys. I'm gonna be real there. Huskarls do not match those guys. Well, I guess they match them, but they don't exceed them. But I think that should definitely be a tier 3 building. And they should only be tier 4 if there's one, like, really amazing unit in there. But yeah, we'll attack Athilin, I guess, on the next episode here. And we're about an hour in. I think that'll do it for today. So anyway, guys, this has been Sir Agamund. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're investing in Dogecoin. I hope that's working for you if you are. All these cryptocurrencies out there are making a lot of poor people a lot of money here. I'm definitely poor myself, so I can say that. Anyway, you guys, all of you, thank you so much for subscribing. If you have, we're almost to 1,000 subs, and I think I will get there. I'm hoping at the end of this month. If I do, that's an amazing milestone. I don't know if I'll do. I kind of want to do a special, but I don't know what I'll do. Maybe it could be. Maybe it could just be a Q&A. Maybe I'll do a face reveal. I don't know. Whatever you guys want. But anyway, this has been Sir Agamund, and I will see you all in the next episode.